Welcome everybody to the Legendaddy podcast. This is episode 5. Today I'm joined with I'm joined by one of my favorite internet friends. We met I think during the pandemic. He joined the Legendaddy group. He's been an active participant and very vocal voice. I do sincerely respect his points of view on fatherhood, raising children, going thinking for yourself, going against conventional mob rule thinking and all of that. No, Mr. TJ Abat, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Rafi. So my name's TJ Abat. I'm a writer, editor, corporate trainer, business
Nice.
corporate trainer. Also, a full-time dad. And family driver. So that's me. I used to I used to be a business owner. I used to own a gym, functional fitness gym, a bit like CrossFit then,
Mm,
along Shaw Boulevard. It closed down. It closed down around 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
okay.
But I was also a part-time physical trainer.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so I also part-time. So
Man of many
which
hats. I see.
and
True
because
Renaissance man.
no, because ano and in the Immortal I think it's si Viggo Mortensen ang nagsabi
Mm,
na life is life is really short. You
yeah.
only have so many years. So you might as well learn as much as you can and do as much as you can, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
So,
that's me.
so thank you for coming on. No, we were talking about this for quite a while already, and every time. So this isn't really like a. This isn't really farm. This podcast isn't really like parang a hang. More of like we'll discuss a topic and just parang take it from there. No, and when I asked you what you wanted to talk about, and you said, I think it's really important to talk about mental health and fitness. No, I think
Yeah.
those things really do go together. Um, and I feel like uh, well, there are studies, and I can't cite those studies at all. No, but I've heard, and I've heard. I've not read. I've heard that and I think I feel that for myself. No, levels of anxiety, depression, like all of these things go down when you're active.
Yeah.
So, speaking from my perspective, I got big. Like I got big during the pandemic. And we were living in a condo at the time. It wasn't easy to they shut down all the amenities. We lived in a small shoebox of a condo, and patong-patong kami doon, no?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you can't go out. You're kind of confined to this small space, and you still have your bills. So all of these things, and then your kids are all around you 100% of the time. Wife's there, for all that's worth. Like, and things are going wrong left and right. You still have to worry about work. Still have to worry, and then and those things just compile and compile, and
Yeah.
they
It
compound.
takes its toll.
Yeah, yeah, and it takes it, and then eventually you don't notice, like it starts to take a toll on your sleep, on your mental health. Like you're always anxious, you snap. It's just it's so weird. Like, and then I remember like the thing that I had to do. I told myself like I had to do something. Like it. So I picked I followed this YouTube. It was like I got heavy into jump rope, just so
Yeah.
just so just so I could
I
do
saw that.
something.
I saw
You know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
I got into jump just so I could do something. You know what I mean? Just so I could um and I felt better. Like I didn't lose a lot of weight. Maybe none, no, but I did feel remarkably better post workout. Like I was
Yeah.
more calm. I think I had more. I slept better. And that's where I think, from my perspective, I started to understand like the importance of having to move, having to go out, in fresh air and the sun, and get that, because all of these things, they improve your mind.
Yeah.
No, so what's your experience on that, bro?
Um, kasi ano eh, I'm I'm not a tall guy. We've met, no? We've met.
Yeah,
You're taller than me, right? So, I'm still above my ideal weight.
right.
But before, when I had when 12 years ago, I was a really big guy. I was a really
Uh-huh.
big guy. I was around 50 pounds overweight. So I was
Gee,
a really big guy. Yeah, yeah.
big guy.
Oh, it's because the side of my wife, they love to drink. So they love alcohol, they love beer, they love. So ako,
My kind of people.
oh yeah, nakisama ako. So I drank a lot. Then I noticed I was getting bigger and bigger when I had my first son. It was very hard for me to run around and chase him in the mall. When he started, toddlers, they run around the mall. And, at that point, I kind of said, na, oh, I think I had the fat man's grunt.
Oh
Yeah, the
no.
fat man's grunt is when you grunt while tying your
Yeah, yeah,
shoes.
yeah.
Yeah, right. So talagang I was big. I was my waistline was in the mid 40s.
Oh
Yeah, so
geez.
really big, really,
Wow.
really big.
That's wild.
My heart would be I would feel my heart compress when I lie on my side. So I kind of said, nah, I need to stay around longer for my kids. For my kid. I
Yeah.
had one son back then. So I started getting into shape. I did yung mga home video, mga P90X insanity stuff.
Yeah, I remember
Tried
that.
them out. Yeah, I
I
tried them
remember that.
out. So I did all those things. Um, and then itong around the mid 2010s,
Hmm.
I opened up my own gym. So
Nice.
my own gym, a functional fitness gym. I became a fitness trainer. I learned all the things you want to learn about physical fitness. Then I kind of found myself stagnant na.
Yeah.
Stagnant na. Until ito, dito na sa pandemic, I think we had opposite we had an opposite reaction to the pandemic kasi
Mhm.
if you remember the first 2-3 months of the pandemic there was a huge liquor ban.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So once I was done with all the liquor at the house, the wine, yun talaga yung weight ko went down, it shot down. I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, and
Oh
I'm
wow.
and thankfully I maintained it.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm a lot better right now.
Yeah.
Pero kasi Raf, you have to understand tayo kasi dito, especially Filipino male society,
Hmm.
Filipino male society, we live in we live in a society where men parang fancy themselves as macho eh.
Sure.
Macho. Oh, di ba?
Sure.
Macho kasi
Sure.
especially those who grew up, idolizing guys like FPJ,
Yeah.
yeah, Ramon Revilla. So they would think na parang they don't need any training eh. They don't need any physical
Ah,
training.
right,
Basta
right,
parang
right.
kaya nila eh. Kasi they're men. So they're men's men. So um tapos on the other end naman of the spectrum, you have dads who are just happy with the dad bod.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
they're just content with the dad bod.
Right, right, right.
Um the thing is you don't really feel it until you're in your 40s eh.
Yes.
Di
Oh
ba?
yeah, for
So
sure.
in your when I
For
was in my
sure.
20s, okay pa ako eh. Okay pa ako even if I was overweight, okay pa ako. When I hit my 30s, sabi ko, medyo may nararamdaman akong hindi okay,
Hindi
ganon.
maganda.
Now that I'm in my 40s, I feel it in my knees, I feel it in my ankles.
Yeah.
Talagang ano. So, yeah,
The joints are the first to go, no?
yeah. So, kaya nga I think, it's really, it's really important for men, to focus, especially dads, no? Especially
Mm-hmm.
dads, to focus on health and fitness as early as they can. Parang, not just so, alam mo yun, that the usual na to be fit for themselves, but to be fit for their kids. Kasi
Yeah.
syempre you wanna be playing with them as long as you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Hindi naman pwedeng parang I can't stand up. I'm too tired. I'm all the time ganon.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough na I was fit enough to do Brazilian jiu-jitsu with my kids, so to
Mm-hmm.
experience that with my kids, bonding time, and it's great. Some dads I know kasi parang it's not na they don't want to,
Right.
pero kasi it it, it, it hurts them. It hurts their,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
minsan nakakaawa. Pero like I said, men's health really investment yan, start pa lang. And
Yeah.
then, and don't get me started on the long-term effects pa. Kasi
Okay.
if you don't take care of kasi the saying is, if you take care of your body will take care of you. Diba? That's
Okay.
the saying,
I
long
like
term.
that. Okay, I like that.
So, if you look at it the other way around, if you don't take care of your body, wala later
No,
on.
no, nobody's gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi, especially for guys na walang retirement
Right.
plans or walang medical plans in the
Right. Right.
future, ang mangyayari pa niyan, yung mga kids pa nila
Yeah.
yung,
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah.
yung mga
Yeah.
kids pa nila yung
Yeah.
magsuspend sa health nila. Kasi, I mean, it's science. Kapag hindi ka fit, there's a bigger chance na hindi ka healthy.
You're right.
Yeah,
Right.
diba? I mean, fitness and health, they're different.
Right.
They're
Yes. Yes.
different.
Yes. Yes.
Pero if pero the thing is, kapag science already has proven, if you're obese, diba? You're likely to have more illnesses,
Right.
diabetes, heart,
Right.
diba?
Right. All
So,
cause mortality goes up.
yes. Yeah, ikaw alam mo yan.
Yeah.
Alam
Yeah.
mo yan.
Yeah.
So,
For
yun.
sure.
Pero yun nga, as far as yung my own experience is concerned, now that I'm still 20 pounds overweight.
Right.
I'm still 20 pounds overweight, but I feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so much better. My blood tests, medyo mataas pa rin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my mid 40s. I'm taking my maintenance, but I feel so much better. Na I get to move around because I work out every day. As
Right.
much pag walang gagawin, I work out every day at least 30 minutes. But I just feel so much better. I'm at that point right now na if I don't work out,
Mm-hmm.
I bad trip ako. Parang I feel tired. I feel
Yeah.
sluggish.
Yeah. I think I can speak to that also. No. So I think actually you were one of the people na parang I had when I saw you starting taking up BJJ. I was like, oh damn. I think I really want to do that. I think that's I think it's high time that I tried it out. And as luck would have it, yun nga, there was a school that opened up
Yeah.
next to my house, and the rest is history. But um, I remember when so I've got when I got into a groove where I'm training at least twice a week. I'm going there. I'm sweating for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I come home, dude. I'm so calm. I'm so I'm so relaxed. I'm so like there's and only I guess practitioners will get this. There's a moment right before you sleep where you go, I could have trapped them pala.
Yeah.
There's that, but
Exactly.
but you sleep once you get past that hump, you sleep so well. Like
Oo.
sarap ng tulog mo. Sarap ng tulog mo kasi I don't know, I guess for me, I got all this monkey energy out of me, that that was starting to get pent up again, no? And then I noticed, I started to notice the little things where yun nga, back to back to calm, like my kids would throw a fit, like they would have a meltdown. And I if that was
Jiu-jitsu.
before jujitsu, then I would sasabayan ko ba yan, di ba? Parang, yung, yung,
Yeah, yeah.
di ba? Yung sasabay, and then now I can I can turn that down.
Yeah.
It's way down for me, and I find myself, I'll kneel down, I'll meet them eye level, and go, hey, it's okay, we can talk, we can, what's the matter, so um of course, that's not every day. Of course,
Yes, yes, yes.
kids are gonna kids.
Oo
They,
naman.
diba? What's this button? Like,
Oh,
let's
yeah, yeah.
push this one. Like,
Yeah,
let's do
that
this today.
yeah, Daddy said don't go there. What's there? Yeah, ganun sila eh.
But that's the nature, diba? So, um, and same goes, I think, with my marriage, no, with my wife. Uh, I think I think if anything, like um practicing jujitsu itself, like, has taught me, like, to be calm, like, under duress, to also parang be able to be assertive more with, like, boundaries,
Yeah.
with, okay, okay, you're out of line, let's not, you're out of line, and I won't meet you there. Come back here and come
Mm,
back to the discussion, and let's talk, no?
yes.
Because there's that trigger that I think only happens when somebody's actively trying to strangle you, and you have to find your way out through the calm, because if you're spazzy, then you're just gonna get submitted, no? um so there's that, no? And then also, like, yun nga, I lost 15 pounds in like
Good.
six
Good for
months,
you.
so,
Good for you.
and I feel like a new man, like, and so there's that. And I want to talk about that more, no? Because now, like, if we're talking about mental health, so pre BJJ, like, I was into so many other things. Like, I had a subscription to Headspace. Like, I would try to,
Yeah.
wake up in. I would do the Andrew Huberman, like, protocol. Like, wake up in the
Mhm.
morning,
Yeah.
salt in my water, in my lemon water,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sunlight for 10 minutes with the AirPods and the meditation. And I won't say it wasn't really that effective. Like, I was trying to hack something, but it wasn't, I wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, and no disrespect to the great Andrew Huberman, and his body of work, no, but like with all things, some things are for you, some things aren't, right? And I was really trying to look for something that was for me. Like, I would try running. So I can speak to this. I was a former triathlete, like, back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
um in fact, my goal weight was my is my race weight now, and I'm
okay.
like 20. I'm still like 20 pounds off. Um, so, but what I'm trying to say is, um, I was I tried running. I tried. In fact, going on walks is more relaxing for me. Like, running doesn't really do it for me. There's something that I am getting from BJJ that I don't clearly understand, but clearly works for me, because
Yeah.
yun yung parang, it is complete, expulsion of energy, that I guess I have violent tendencies also that I don't know about. Well, whatever, no. But whatever works, right? So, um so now I've given up on all of that, like, except for the sunlight, because I feel like it really does a lot of good. And in the midst of all of this, we got a dog. So that dog needs walking, and I need sunlight. Well, there you go, right? So that works. But after that, like, now I'm trying to see na parang maybe I should incorporate na ano parang strength training to supplement the ano. But if all I had was BJJ, I think I'd be all right, as long as I'm able to train like at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Because when I don't train, everybody notices. Everybody
Yeah.
knows, like around the house. Like
Yeah.
I'm 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 on a I'm on I'm on a I'm on a I'm on a fuse that's this short,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's so hard to, because yun nga parang I guess nasanay na rin yung katawan ko to get all of that anxiety and rage and anger and frustration and all of that out on the mats, so that I don't bring it home,
Yeah.
right? And well, anyway, let's shift a little now. So let's talk about, let's if we were to focus on mental health, which is a very broad
Mhm.
term, no? What do you, from your ano naman, what do you practice? What do you do? How do you keep
Okay.
yourself in check? Like what are the things that you practice?
It's ano nga, it's medyo weird nga na kasi psych major ako. So pagdating sa mental health, marami ako napag-aralan before.
Wow. So I'm
Yeah,
discovering this now. I
yeah,
didn't know
so
that.
but
Okay.
ang dami ko na rin nakalimutan kasi I never really went into clinical psychology. I
Right.
never really went into, but I still love observing people, observing behaviors, observing even myself, even
Mhm.
myself. Pero it's mental health is really really tied to the health and well-being of the body. So
Right.
the brain is connected to the body in so many ways. If your body doesn't feel fine, your brain will tell you you don't feel fine, and then
Right.
hence you'll feel all these things. Maraming bagay affected by how you think, yung how you feel. Um, we all know now when you work out, the endorphins, released in your brain, the dopamines, di ba? All the
Yes.
chemicals in your brain make you feel better, right? That's why
Right.
we are hence the natural high.
Yeah.
And if you get used to that, it's you get used to that. Once the day come, once you stop working out a day or two, you kind of feel it. You kind of feel
Hmm.
down. You kind of feel but for a lot of people, a lot of men actually they don't really notice
Hmm.
because they're so busy they're so
Right.
busy in their lives. They work they work 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours a day.
Right.
They don't really notice they don't really
Right.
notice na they stop feeling they're feeling bad na pala.
Yeah.
They don't notice na I mean I want to share something. It's kind of personal, but I've been struggling then
Hmm.
with chronic depression then.
Hmm.
So I've it's a good thing to have a support structure. I have
Yes.
a lot of I have a lot of good people around me naman so, and
Great.
then I always try to keep myself in tip top shape,
Yeah.
so just in case no to prevent from sliding down. But
Right.
I think it's also tied to my age. I'm in my mid 40s. I'm 45, so it might be also tied to a midlife crisis. So
Sure.
yeah, diba?
Yeah.
So and a lot
I,
of
I think
men with
those things go together. Like it's
yeah,
a very complex. It's not one or the other, diba? It's a
yeah,
very complex chain of events
yeah,
that can happen in one's life, and those things compound. Like
yeah,
your midlife crisis does not care about your workout regimen, does not care also
yes,
about your financial
yeah,
situation,
yeah,
does not care about and on and on and on and on, and
yeah,
just it's a heavier load, it's a heavier load to carry every
And
day, right?
you feel it all in your mind. You
Yes.
feel it all in your mind.
Yes.
Even if they're mutually exclusive of each other, you feel it all in your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
All concentrated there, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean I get you. I get you when you talk about, jujitsu being a great outlet, 'di ba? Like, 'di ba, ako rin, 'di ba, nagju-jujitsu.
Yeah.
There's a certain element kasi to jujitsu na hindi lang physical eh. It's a very mental ano,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
it's like, you solve mysteries every role. 'Di ba?
Right.
Every role you try
Is a
to solve
puzzle.
where do I go? How do
Uh,
I do this?
the human chess, the
Yeah, yeah,
human
diba?
chess of it
Exactly.
all.
Well,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
where does my arm go? Where does and
Right.
it's the first martial art I've experienced na ganun because I've done boxing for 10 years, Muay Thai for 5 years,
Yeah.
Krav Maga for 2 years. But Jiu-Jitsu is the first one that, really made my mind, really actually it blew my mind. So
Right.
when I was doing it. So nakatulong din siya sa mental health ko until I injured my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out of jiu-jitsu for 6 months. And I kind of feel again na yun na nga, mental health issues,
Right, right, right,
coming around.
right.
Pero ayun nga, I know how to ask for help. I know how
Uh-huh.
to ask for help. I know the importance of accepting that you have a
Mm.
problem.
Mm.
Again, babalik ulit tayo sa sinabi ko before. We live in a society where men have to be macho eh. Diba? Medyo men have to be macho, men have to take care of these things. Pero men also need to know na they're also human.
Right.
They should be asking help. Kasi dito sa atin, totoo lang, Rafi, medyo backwards tayo mag-isip eh when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to science and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Parang for so many people, mental health issues is for so many Pinoys,
Right.
mental health issues is kaartehan pa rin eh. Kaartehan pa rin. Diba? Diba? It's still if you say you have mental health issues, marami
um,
magsasabi diyan na nagdadrama ka lang or
oh.
especially if lalaki ka.
Yeah.
Especially if
Yeah.
you're a guy. I mean kung girl yan baka
Brasuhin mo na lang, ano?
Oo, kasi kaya mo yan. Ano ba yan? 'Di ba yung kay lalaki mong tao may mental health issues ka? Ano ba yan? I mean, medyo hello, but there have been studies on it, yeah, ayun, to answer your question nga, parang um men like us, especially dads,
Yeah.
talaga need to be self-aware eh.
Mm.
Na if they're not feeling okay, if they're more irritated at their kids than they should be,
Yeah.
oo, di ba?
Yeah.
Medyo ano na yun,
Yeah.
medyo flag na yun.
Yeah.
Magtaas-taas ka na ng flag nun na parang
Uh,
oops, di ba? I mean,
uh,
I'm not saying na self-diagnose yourself, pero
right.
just say, oh, I think something's wrong.
Be a little, diba? There's a benefit to being just be a little self-aware, diba? Just a
Yeah.
little self-aware na I don't know if this is if this is also true for you, no? But definitely ako, if I fly off the handle at one of my kids, an hour or two later after I come down, I have to admit to myself that, oh wait, oh shit, like I was I can't do that. Like I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said this. And I beat myself up. First thing I do, and I learned this from my dad, no, was that and credit to him, like every time that happened in my childhood, whether it was my fault or not, he would come to me and apologize and say, it shouldn't have happened. And I think I got that from him. And I think I don't know if that's something all fathers have. I wish it were. No, I'm not saying no, but I got that from my dad, and I'm so grateful that I have that parang that self awareness to go oh crap, like and it gets, you know, I mean, as your kid it as you get older, parang it gets harder to do because you're
Mhm.
you feel like of course your pride gets in the way. You hindi tama ako eh, 'di ba? Parang back
Yeah.
to that like machismo ano na parang no, that'll build, you know, it's very easy to justify no, that'll build character in my kid. Like that's very no, that's very damaging for your kid. Like don't you shouldn't justify bad behavior for character building, diba? Parang that's such a ass backwards way of of parenting. And yun, parang it's just I think having that honesty to look at yourself in the mirror and check in with yourself na parang, oy, tama ba yun? Tama ba yung ginawa ko?
Yeah.
Diba? And having the humility to go, pare, mali yun. Alam mo yun, pare, ano, pag hindi mo tinama yan sa bata mo, ikaw ang kawawa dyan. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, diba?
Every dad should have that inner voice eh. Na
Yes.
para yung checks and balances nila in
Yes.
their
If
in their
nobody else tells you,
Oo,
no? If
oo,
nobody,
wala,
not
wala
your wife,
talaga.
not your, if you should be in charge of your own, in charge of your own head and the things that you do, diba? You
Yeah.
take that responsibility onto yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's been said so many times. It's been said so many times. It's been posted on the Legendaddy page.
Right.
Different kinds of motivational posters.
Sure.
Minsan lang bata yan eh. Minsan
Yeah.
lang talaga sila bata eh.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I mean, sure tao tayo. Sure we make mistakes. Sure we get mad. We let our mental health issues get the best of us. Pero that doesn't mean it ends there. Eh.
Right.
I mean, you could still take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and say, oh,
Mhm.
yeah, parang
Preno
teka, di ba?
muna. Preno muna
Oh,
tayo dito.
exactly. Ano kasi, I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, ako minsan napapalo ko talaga yung mga kids ko.
Mm-hmm.
Pero lately, ayoko na eh. Ayoko
Yeah.
na talaga. As in,
Yeah.
I kind of stopped eh. I
Yeah.
kind of stopped around two years ago, two or 1.5 years ago. I kind of stopped.
Right.
Ayoko na talagang mamalo ng bata.
Right. Right.
Ayoko silang pagbuhatan ng kamay.
Uh-huh.
But I do punish them though.
Yeah.
I do punish them though. Ang punishment nila is strength and conditioning. So, especially pag
Push-ups.
especially pag nahuhuli ko silang sinasagot nila yung mom nila. Hindi
Oh.
okay. Pag sinasagot nila
Oh.
yung mom nila ng hindi okay, ayan,
Uh-huh.
mag-burpees kayo maghapon. Diba? Ganun sila. But
How
like
old
I
are your kids, if you don't mind? Yes.
9, 10 and 12. Yung
Okay.
12 ko special needs eh. So
Oh.
yung 12 ko halos wala kaming problema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's autistic. Medyo severe autism, pero hindi naman siya yung
Non-verbal or
non-verbal siya, non-verbal. Hindi, ngayon
wow.
verbal na. Now he
Verbal
can
na
communicate a bit.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pero at least sa amin, hindi siya yung violent type na
Right.
bata. Yeah,
Right.
so he
Right.
just
Right.
keeps to himself. Sa isang tabi lang, we talk to him and everything. It's yung 9 and 10-year-old kids ko na talagang, lalo na yung 10-year-old, lalo na the middle child. The middle child, yun ang talagang kailangan talaga pahabaan talaga ng pasensya. Pero yun nga, I mean, kasi tayo talaga as dads, we really need to keep our mental health in check kasi it bleeds everywhere eh.
Yes.
Diba? It bleeds over everything we do eh.
Yes.
Kung
Yes.
hindi tayo okay sa mind natin, hindi tayo okay sa lahat eh.
Yes.
It begins talaga with the mind eh.
Right.
Diba? So for dads who think na ayokong magsabi na may mali na parang nalulungkot ako kasi baka sabihin nila nagdadrama ako eh. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, talk to someone.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Talk to someone. If not your wife, talk to a friend.
Yeah.
Diba? Talk
Yeah.
to a
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one of the main reasons why I ventured out, and built the community was
Mhm.
really that, no.
Yeah.
But honestly, there is a part of me that parang wants to, so that's why for this year, for 2024, like I'm try as I may, fail as I may, um I'm gonna try to make more in-person activities within the
Mhm.
community, because well, for one, I think uh social media, well, at least here in the Philippines, Facebook primarily has given parang the Facebook and all of the infinite messaging apps, from Messenger to WhatsApp to Viber to Telegram to all of that, Discord and whatever. It's given the illusion of connectivity between people, and
Pero kulang 'yun.
kulang yun, sobra.
Oo,
It
kulang 'yun.
like, even doing this, I
Oo.
would much rather we sat down face to
Yeah.
face, had a beer on one hand, 'di ba? And
Oh,
'di
yung
ba?
yeah,
Parang
yeah.
discuss. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Iba yung nagkita tayo nung ano eh.
Oh, correct, 'di ba?
Yung
'Di
when
ba?
we
When I met
when
you
we
for the first
finally met
time,
up eh.
that
Iba
was that
yung
was that was a really good moment between you and me,
oo.
'di ba?
Yeah.
And I was cheering for your kid, 'di ba? It was
Yeah.
nice. Like, it was a really
Iba talaga pag may connection
correct.
beyond
Correct,
cyberspace
correct.
eh.
Yeah, correct. So, but failing that, 'di ba? Failing, like if you can't have that, then I guess one of the reasons why I built Legendaddy was because I really wanted to make a community.
Oo.
Like, it wasn't really for me. It was yeah. In the beginning, of course, it was for me because I was so lost. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to get judged for it. Um, and but what parang happened was parang, I keep saying this, don't do life alone. Like, don't
Yeah.
don't 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 sit there in your office on your laptop, like thinking on Facebook all day, like thinking that you're somehow okay that way. Like, don't just check in at work. Like, go have lunch with your office mates, build a friendship,
Oo.
go to a jujitsu gym, like meet some friends, go to, I don't know, get a hobby, buy a camera, go to shoots, join shit, like, and and
Yes.
and connect with people. Like, I remember my brother-in-law, um, who has two girls of his own, and they're preteen and teenagers, or tama, in that age, no, mga 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere there. And when they transferred to a new school, and I remember, like, one of his kids asked him, like, how do you make friends? Like, that's how disconnected we
Yeah.
have been. We have trained ourselves, and because syempre it starts from us, di ba? How do you
Oo
make
naman.
friends? Like, that's so hard. That's such a heartbreaking question to ask. Like,
Oo. Tama
from
lang.
when you reach that age, like, not to ano naman, no, but we grew up in a very different era. You
Yes.
played outside.
Yes.
Internet wasn't really there, 'di ba? I played tumbang preso, and
Yeah.
all of the parang street games.
Yeah.
Played basketball.
Good
Um,
times, good times.
the greatest, like the best,
Diba?
right? And online gaming wasn't a thing, like, so, and I think that's part of the problem, eh, 'di ba? Parang if you, and I had to, when I saw that, because we have a family, like, group chat. The first thing I said was, like, join something, like, give
Yeah.
give the advice, so parang join. What do you like? You like art? Okay, I'm sure there's an art club. What do you like? Do you like to sing? I'm sure there's a glee club there. I'm sure there's, or what, is there something you want to explore? why don't you try taking up karate, or why don't you try to, you know, just try it out,
Yeah.
see what happens, diba? And there you will find people that you definitely don't like, and you will gravitate to the people that you do like, and
Yeah.
then that's how it's done, right? And I think the same goes, and we can apply that same thing to us,
Ah.
na parang um so one of the things, like, this is hard to admit. Okay, so I'm in sales, right? I'm
Ah.
in sales. I work in the insurance industry. I work
Ah.
in a broader
Yeah. Yeah.
sense. I work in the finance, in the finance industry, right? So
Ah.
the core of what I do is basically, you're like in sales, like your net worth is your network. That's the
Yun na lang.
saying, right?
Yun yun. Yun
Yeah,
yun.
that's all you have, right? And I've never actively tried to milk. I didn't create Legendaddy to drum up more sales for me. So try as I might, no, I never really actively tried to milk that group for clients. Although some already have approached me, and I'm grateful to them for trusting me for that, no. But what I am saying is, um, there was a point, sometime, I think, 18 months ago, maybe last year, where all my prospects, like, it just dried up,
Yeah.
like, I did not, like, I was trying to make calls from this very desk, from, and all I did was work, and all I did was, I hung out with a group of friends, or date night once a week, and that was it. Like, I did not do any kind of activity, networking, like
Yeah.
nothing. And it it hit me, um it hit me in my wallet, and that's what I'm trying to, and parang what the point I'm trying to get at is that, not only will developing friendships and new networks, and meeting new people, um be good for you, because you're expanding, you're expanding your network, you're getting to meet new people, but it's also really beneficial, can be very beneficial also, for your financial status, like, uh through the I mean, when I started going to the jiu-jitsu gym, my mental health obviously really improved. I became best friends with the professor, no, si
Yeah.
Jason, like, because he has a young daughter, I have young daughters, like, we had an instant parang kinship, na parang,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's so cool kasi, so, and then from there, I met other people who are into jiu-jitsu, who then parang, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm in, I'm in insurance, ganyan, ganyan. Ah, ganun ba? Okay, kasi si ganito, si ano, naghahanap ng ganito, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. And then all of a sudden, nagka-referral dito, referral dyan. And then it
It's
starts to
good.
grow again. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
and then now I cannot and then now I have the, okay, if this happened in this gym, and wala naman, and thankfully my si Jason, my coach isn't that kind of guy who, like, dito ka lang pwede, kasi
Oh,
may
bawal
ganyan
bawal
din, 'di ba?
mag-train
May
sa iba.
ganyan, may ganyan.
Dito lang. Oh.
I don't understand. But anyway, but that's for another discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. Super.
Anyway, so I go to another gym. I work out there. I meet other new people, and 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 then it just grows and grows and grows and grows. And so,
Yeah, that's
parang,
good. Good for you.
'di ba? Parang, and so now, parang, okay, I can see that not only is this good because I'm getting myself out there, and I'm getting to practice, like, meeting new people, and rolling with them, and then having fun, um bumping fists, and all of that. But now it's starting to affect my work in a positive way also. Na parang, okay, oh, so, it's si Rafa yung magaling sa, medical insurance ba kailangan? Si Rafa may ganyan, ganyan. So, So, oh, okay. So nice. Okay. So, um, it opens up so many avenues. Getting out there and making friends, and it opens up so many avenues for you that you the problem that I used to have where it's all dried up. Now it's a problem of fuck. How do I manage all of this new business?
Uh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's a ano din para if people
Actually,
wanna,
it's a good problem to have. Eh.
yeah.
Di ba?
Diba?
Yun yung ano,
It's the
yung
best problem to have.
yeah.
Diba? So before I got into insurance, like I was in the F&B industry. I used to
Mm.
run restaurants, and when people would ask me, parang, oh, kamusta? Grabe, sobrang toxic. I mean, sobrang, punong-puno kami that whole day. And then I remember one of my friends like going, yun yung pinakamagandang problema, bro. Because isipin mo yung isa. Isipin mo yung kabilang problema niyan. Isipin mo
Yeah.
yung opposite end ng problema niyan na nagbukas ka ng restaurant, utangin na walang tao, 'di ba? And and that parang nga, parang, and you also learn how to be grateful, because, oh, this thing really opened up a lot of opportunities for me. This thing, meeting this person really did open up a lot of opportunities for me.
Yeah.
And that does something to your brain.
Yeah.
Gratitude also rewires your brain.
Oo naman. Oo. Actually, ako, ibabalik ko lang yung I'll bring back our
Yeah, sorry, I
conversation. Yeah, no,
really
no,
veered off
no.
tangent. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna tie it to I'm gonna tie it
Nice.
to what you
Okay.
just said. Mental health, no. Ako naman, for the past 8 years, since I came back from being an OFW, no, 10 years na pala yun. 10 years na ako,
Man,
10 years ago I was an OFW.
you have lived a very colorful.
Yeah. So when I got back, I opened a gym and everything. But since then, work from home ako. So
Oh.
writer, editor, I work from home. I work from home for the past 8 years. Wala akong ginawa talagang ano.
You were
And
work from home before work from home was even a thing.
yeah,
Jeez.
oo, nung
Okay.
medyo ano pa lang, medyo konti pa lang yung ano. And then kaya nung pandemic, I was lucky enough to still have a job.
Nice.
Nung pandemic. The problem was nung after the pandemic, yun na nga, I kind of felt na nga mental health issues, midlife crisis and everything. Nakita ko na I felt my house getting smaller, and maliit na nga yung bahay namin,
Right.
paliit pa siya ng paliit. So I couldn't,
Mm.
I couldn't breathe. I felt like I couldn't breathe, na parang paliit ng paliit, I mean, and then ayun na nga, again, pinag-jiu-jitsu ko muna yung mga bata.
Yeah.
Kasi they were about to patapos na yung pandemic. I knew they
Right.
were gonna go to a big school.
Right.
I said, you gotta bully-proof these kids. Sige,
Uh-huh.
let's go. So, jiu-jitsu din, pasok sila. Doon sa jiu-jitsu, nung hindi pa ako nagte-train, hindi pa ako sumasama sa mga kids ko, bumukas din yung world ko eh. Like you.
Yeah.
Nag-open din yung world ko. Yung mga
Yeah.
parents, naging friends ko.
Yun. Yeah.
Naging
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
ng mga friends ko. Then, yung trainers doon who I'm still, I'm still friends with.
Right.
And that was our first gym before we moved. Now we moved to a gym closer to our home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot closer na to our home. And parang nagiging para siyang nagiging for parents, for me na talagang na work from home pa rin ako. Yung gym, kasi ang buhay ko lang talaga is work, mag-drive ng mga bata, uwi. Yun lang naman ang
You and
buhay ko
I
eh.
have a lot of similarities, my friend.
Yeah, and I kind of feel na talagang palit ng palit yung mundo ko, except pag nasa jiu-jitsu ako, na nandun yung ibang mga parents na masarap namang kausap.
Yeah.
We're all the same. We're all the same. We're all in the same boat.
Right.
Yung mga iba nag-jiu-jitsu din, pero syempre kids class, so hindi kami
Mm.
pwede. Pero yun nga, until yun na nga, parang lately, parang I mean, siguro it's our version of a book club.
Right.
Di
Right.
ba? Yung parang it's our version of a mahjong, yung mga
Sure.
nagmamahjong na matatanda, di ba? Di
Yeah.
ba? So version natin yan
Yeah.
Version natin yan, di ba? Except that, we don't gamble.
Right.
Di ba? Di ba? Parang sa atin, ganun lang. Parang, and eto, pag, after every competition kasi ng mga kids ko, I make it a point na 2 to 3 weeks rest muna. Walang jiu-jitsu. Doon ko na-feel na medyo nalulungkot ako. Parang wala akong kausap Wala akong wala akong, parang eto na naman ako dito na lang. Parang hindi ko alam kung nakita mo yung meme na to. Yung si Narcos. Yung meme na si Narcos, yung nakatayo lang siya. While waiting again. Parang ganun
Escobar.
So si Escobar. Si Pablo Escobar. So ganun. So I mean to bring it back, parang to bring it parang that's me waiting for the next time we train. Parang ganun
It just came to me, no? Now that you said that, parang now I can understand yung mga tito-tita natin, mga lolo't lola siguro, why they go through the trouble of, mahjong, of, just those things, right? The mahjong, baraha, chess, yung mga ganyan, di ba? Yung they would have a set day, Tuesday is this is for this, di ba? Parang or book club or whatever it is, di ba? Na they had it figured out even before we did, di ba? Na parang this is hindi to sugal. Hindi ako nagpupunta dito. Maybe, 'di ba? Maybe. Pero I think it's more important for them because it is their opportunity to like sit down, shoot the shit, like have drinks or whatever, have coffee, but get it out of your system.
Maghapon yun.
Maghapon
diba?
yun.
Maghapon yun.
Diba? So they figured it out way before we did. Diba? Na parang if you decide to do this, like this whole thing na parang you're just living online and you cultivate just friendships online. Pare, it's half the it's like watching a concert on Netflix and watching a concert in real life. Like you're 60% there. Like and as good as a sound system and 120-inch TV as you may have, it is not the same thing. Diba? It's not the same thing as being there, and feeling the energy of other people around you, meeting new people, and I guess that going back lang, no, like when we met at that comp, like prior to that, I've known you for what, 3 years?
Matagal na tayo.
And we talked tangentially and then talked a little bit more, because thank God, you're one of the voices on Legendaddy that I really do respect, because it's very clear to me that I guess because of your you're very good with words, and you're very you know how to make a point using those words, and you're very succinct, and you're very
thank you.
And I guess that comes from your writing skills and your writing background, no? So, and you just know how to very, very plainly and eloquently say your point without being offensive, or without
condescending. Mind you, okay tayo kahit na hindi tayo laging nag-agree.
Correct.
Di ba? Malaking bagay yun eh. Malaking bagay yun eh.
We can disagree, right? It's okay. Like one of the things that I really like from you actually is that yun nga, parang you would have, syempre, silent watcher na, kasi you will say something that I know some people will think will be very inflammatory to other people, it's okay. So what? 'Di ba? Parang and now that I think about it, parang if they have the time to actually do that, like, reply, get offended,
Oh,
make make what do they call it? Like uh 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 um a liberal white woman's dissertation on Facebook, like like defending their thesis. Like, it's so stupid, and it's so like parang it's sobrang loser move. Alam mo 'yun? Parang
and apektado ang mental health nila dun.
that's
Yun din yan eh.
that's the point I was
Dun din
trying to get
papunta
to, na
yan eh.
parang
Dun din papunta yun eh.
how poor are your friendships and your mental health, where this is the hill that you choose to die on today. Like, the fuck's wrong with you? Like,
Ah,
go outside, touch grass. Like, come on. Like,
Hindi, actually ako hindi naman sa nagiging asshole ako, no. Pero I really check to see if one of yung biggest criteria ko with people na I'd stay in touch with is I see how they disagree eh.
right,
Oh, kasi if madali mag-agree eh. Kung mag-agree
right,
tayo, it's cool. Pero kapag
nice,
nag-disagree kasi yung isang tao na hindi niya kaya mag-disagree,
yeah,
oh, may mga tao kasi na gano'n eh, na parang, oh sige, agree to disagree. Yeah,
uh,
mas ano, 'di ba? Sige, mas okay yung akin, but if you don't think that way, okay lang tayo. Okay lang,
sure,
wala namang problema
diba?
eh. Pero may mga iba talaga hindi nila kaya. Hindi
Uh,
nila kaya. Parang makikita mo na yung iba they'll appear na kaya nila,
right,
pero may ano sila, may mga padaplis sila, may mga ano sila na hindi sige okay, sige okay. Yeah, we don't need to agree pero syempre pwede namang mabuhay ng nalalaman. Yung mga ganong tipong hirit. Pag nakita ko pag alam mo yun, when I see that, para siyang gusto ko siyang i-turn yung screw eh. Parang gusto ko lalong i-turn yung screw para ma-trigger lang. Pero I mean, again, I don't have the
just
time.
like your 7-year-old. Well, let's
Oh,
see what.
let's see. Well,
Let's just dial this
yeah,
a little
who
bit.
said you can't do this? Pero hindi, pero kasi like I said, there are only so many hours in the day eh.
Right,
If kung hindi ako kikita ng pera diyan or kung
right,
hindi ako matututo diyan ng kahit ano,
right,
hindi na ako para,
right,
'di
right,
ba?
right.
Parang ano na lang, turn off notifications on post na lang
Oh.
ako, 'di ba?
But but it sometimes, dude. I'll admit, I won't be a hypocrite here. Definitely, there are just some things where you parang, oh, you wanna do this? You parang, let's go. Like, I have nothing better to do. My client just canceled on me today. I'm in a shit mood.
Eh
Let's go.
paano naman kasi there are people who disagree just to disagree eh.
Just to be disagreeable.
Oo,
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah,
parang
yeah.
walang
Yeah.
substance behind anything, walang
Right, right,
substance
right.
behind their disagreement. Tas paulit-ulit na lang sila,
Yeah,
paulit-ulit na lang sila,
yeah.
paulit-ulit na
Same
lang
talking
sila.
points.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, they can't defend their, yeah.
And again, pag sinabayan mo 'yon, mental health mo rin ang
Oh,
ano, 'di ba? Will take
actually,
a hit.
actually, you don't feel good. Like, in the moment, when you dunk on someone, yeah, okay, parang you give yourself, but after that initial high wears off, you feel terrible. Actually,
Oh,
diba? You
yeah.
parang I feel mean. Like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, diba? I don't know. Maybe.
Tsaka you think about ako when I do it, when whenever I have a disagreement sa Facebook or social media,
Yeah, social
or
media.
especially with people I know, when
Right.
pag meron talagang hindi magandang disagreement, may falling out or whatever,
Yeah.
I think about it for days eh.
Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah.
training, parang I lose count of my reps, because kasi
Yeah.
inisip
Yeah.
ko na
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
parang
Yeah.
sayang yung time, sayang yung effort, sayang yung friendship, sayang
Yes.
yung So,
Yes.
parang
Can you
well,
imagine? Can you imagine that people lose friendships over nonsense? Like,
oh,
nonsense. Complete
yeah.
nonsense. Anti-vax. Joe Rogan,
Oh,
you know, masking, like just looking at what happened during COVID. Like people lost like friendship over these trivial like nonsense things like that today have all like been either disproven or whatever your stance was, baliktad na siya ngayon, 'di ba?
oh,
And
kasi ano eh, ang dami kasing tao na ano eh, na it's either you're with us or against us yung
oh,
mentality eh, di ba? Walang ano, walang pwedeng, okay, sige, fine, fine, fine. Okay, you're good, we're good.
yeah.
Diba? Walang ganun.
Wala. It's either maniwala ka dito sa kulto ko or ano ka, you will
Yeah,
be
I get
burned at the
you.
stake
Yeah.
like the other witches, diba? It's a so yeah. Anyway, so anything else that you wanna any other things you wanna talk about?
No, I'm actually I'm good. I you know, since you know, paano na rin to, we're winding down.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you really for having me. Yung Legendaddy is a good group, man. There's a lot there a majority of great people.
I
A
find
lot
that
of my
also to be true,
Yeah,
yes.
a lot
That's
of
why
my friends now, doon ko nakilala. Kaya, 'di ba? Shout
really.
out. Yeah, shout out to you guys, you know. All
That's
na naging friends
awesome.
ko sa Legendaddy eh. Parang marami na rin akong friends who I've invited fathers then to Legendaddy. You know, they kind of ano na rin.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, so um ayun, I look, you know, I look forward to our next ano.
Same,
Yeah,
same,
I have an
same.
idea na rin eh. Pero
Yeah. Definitely, no. Anyway, TJ,
yeah,
pare, this
sige
was
man.
the next time we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this in, we're gonna go out. We're gonna do this for real, diba? Let's go. Let's connect. Whether that's on an open mat with our kids or we do it, we go have dinner or drinks or whatever. But pare, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very
Ah,
much. Thanks for doing this. Thank you. I know how busy you are. Thank you for your time.
yeah,
I
thank
really
you for
appreciate.
having me, pare.
All right, man.
Sige.
Again, everybody, this has been the Legendaddy podcast with my special guest and friend, Mr. TJ Abat. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and I hope this has helped you in some way, or you've been entertained by our rants and raves and whatever. But this has been fun. Thanks, TJ. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.